the part in which I don't remember what happened. Welcome back to Space Station. This time we're going to the battery farm, which is I like this level a lot. You know, we finally get to play as the racing dog, so that's pretty cool. Also, minor swear word, so that's pretty nice. Gotta rage against the bridge sheen, and we gotta grow some carrots, and we gotta switch off another electric fence. Fantastic, let's go. So here's the first obstacle of this level, starting the level. These roses hurt you for some reason. I don't know why, but they do. I guess they have like thorns on them, but it's just like, okay, sure. They don't do any damage, but whatever. And I flub it up at the end. Fantastic. As you're going to see in a little bit, this beginning section's a heck of a lot easier in the Game Boy Color version of the level. And we're introduced to a new animal here. Can you see it? You see a lot of sheeps, but do you see it? Do you see the new thing? It's that. And it's fucking killing me. But I clutch it. And it's dead, and I win. And this is the ram. So, it's a sheep with a worse jump, but instead of bawing, it has an attack. And its attack, it's pretty fast and pretty effective, but it's also really a slow creature. And the reason I cut there is because that was from my first attempt at this level. And, you know, that's great and everything, but, you know, I die in the end. But the thing is that, you know, it doesn't show the little thing where it gives you the bio. It doesn't give you the bio if you try to redo the level, so I had to splice in the beginning there. Which is why I'm going to be having a backup save if I ever die in a level, so I can make sure to have the bios first time. But yeah, just use the ram to kill a sheep so that I can actually, like, progress in the level. Get a few power cells that are over here. There isn't one there, so let's just move on. As the ram, you can't cross this bridge. You need to use the floaty jump in order to get across it. So in other words, the ram is just there to just, I guess, lead the pack, give you a little bit of difficulty in getting a sheep. But yeah. It's just like, the ram would be really cool if it had the floaty jump that the sheep does, but no, it just has like a standard jump. You can't float with it. It's nice to have an attack, but I mean, I prefer the maneuverability of the sheep, despite its slow speed. And here's the racing dog shooting freaking missiles at us. So yeah, that's pretty cool. You didn't really see it do that in Have a Nice Day. But yeah, this thing can shoot missiles at you. And since I'm a sheep, I obviously don't have an easy way to kill it. But there's this. And I was so proud of myself for this. I killed it first try. You have no idea how hard it is to time that so that the freaking dog gets crushed by the crusher. I was just like in awe. I was like, yeah, this is amazing. That's a thumbnail shot. Right there. Brilliant. But it's not only used for crushing a dog. It's also an elevator to get up here. Which has a couple power cells and also a camera. And this is the first of these that we see in the game. There's quite a few. It gives us a free tour of the level. Which basically makes it go like pseudo widescreen, and then it's like just shows you around the level to see what it's in store for you now. In the near future. In the near future. Anyway. Seeing stuff we've already seen, seeing stuff we've yet to see, and you know. If you noticed, we saw the racing fox, which I incorrectly identified the last fox as in the previous level. You'll know why as soon as we get to it. But yeah, this is the racing dog, which has the speed boost and the missiles. So it's a lot different from the standard dog, and by a lot different I mean they share nothing except for looks, basically. That's the only thing similar, is that they're both dogs. Because neither of his abilities are even remotely similar to the abilities of the freaking dog. But the foxes are like the exact same. It's really stupid that they really dropped the ball on the racing foxes. So here are the carrots that we gotta grow for Dan. But they're not just for Dan, you're also supposed to platform on them to get up there. But if you're a dingus like me and you just want to be a show-off, then you can jump on the switch, and then you can just get up on this thing, if you try hard enough. There you go. Don't need to grow the carrots, except you do, because it's a mission objective, so it doesn't even make it faster, it just makes you look like a dumb. So here's a sheep, and there's a power cell. You can't get that. Don't try to get it. Well, not yet, at least. And over there was a house, which we could go to, but those foxes would freaking destroy us, so let's not do that. And here's the other bridge. Yay. And here's the water meter. I'm just kidding, it's not, it's literally not, that's not what that is, it's like a valve. But we can't get to that yet, apparently. Or if you can, then I couldn't. You seeing all these sheeps going around? It's probably in your best interest to kill all those sheep that you see, and you'll know why in a little bit. But because no retakes allowed at this point in time, you're not going to see that. But we had to raise the bridge in order to get the dog over here, because obviously racing dogs can't jump. And now we have to deal with the foxes outside of the house. And they're kind of hard to deal with, because if they're too close to you, then your missiles will just go right over their head. So you gotta back up, you gotta cheese them, is what I'm saying. You just gotta spam missiles at them from a long distance. Which is effective, but slow. But because I've already did a bunch of freaking editing in the last part, not doing that this time, because I don't really... You gotta see the whole grueling detail of how I just destroyed this racing fox. There we go, it's dead. And now I killed this sheep. For a reason none other than malice, because I didn't know what I was supposed to do for the... Well, you'll see. Now this one is a lot easier to kill because I'm closer to it, so the missiles will get to it faster. But I'm not getting close to that freaking thing. That thing's gonna, like, try to freaking kill me. And it'll probably succeed because I only have like half my health, but there we go, dead. I decidedly don't get into it for some reason. Oh yeah, because I need to use the sheep. Now see, like, I'm trying to, like, use the other body as a platform to get up there. You can't do that. I think you might be able to if you try hard enough, but there's not really a reason to, because you have to go over there. Well, you don't have to go over there the way I'm going to, but, you know, it's a lot easier, and it makes a lot more sense. Now, I was kind of stupid there. There's a power cell behind the house, which I'm not going to get until later. I could have got it right there, but I didn't turn the camera all the way. So yeah, the racing fox, as you can see, has the exact same skills as the freaking normal fox. I think its traction is different, and I don't know, maybe it's like intelligence and its engine, but that's basically it. Other than that, it's pretty dang basic. Unauthorized access. We need to use the dog for that, because I guess it's the dog of whoever owns this house, which I don't know who owns this house, because this is an abandoned space station full of robotic animals. And there are humans, actually. I just remembered there's one in the next level that we're going to meet. Which, the more I think about it, the more confused I am, because I thought that all the humans were dead on the space station because the animals took over, but there is actually one that's alive. I can't remember any others besides the one in the next level, but, you know, this game's lore is too deep for me to comprehend, so, you know. Now let me get on this house, which, you know, I'm pretty sure I failed at least once in this attempt, although I'm pretty sure I cut that out because you don't need to see me fail to do this. There's a reason the camera keeps panning up at that chimney, but we don't have to worry about that yet, thankfully, because I don't get the trophy for a while. I'm just gonna stop, like, trying to be, like, vague. You have to kill all the sheep in order to get the trophy. I don't know why I was trying to be vague. There's not really anything else you could do in this level in order to get the trophy. This water's the cabbage patch. Which you think, because it wasn't related to an objective, maybe that would be the trophy, but it's not. Hello, my fellow sheep. How do you do? No, these cabbages have power cells in them. I think they're cabbages. I don't know what the heck else they would be. They don't really look like cabbages that much, but I can't think of what else they would be. At this point, I'm just kind of like, what the heck's going on? What am I freaking doing, dude? Like, I guess I'm just gonna go up here because I guess I freaking, like, missed something, dude. And yeah, I did miss something up here. Because there's power cells on both sides of this little, like, hay building. So there's one. And then I try to get this one. Spoiler alert, I don't. So let's cut to me getting back into the top and grabbing that power cell. And now there's a lot of editing because I do a lot of wandering around because I should have done a practice section. I come back here. I still think this was before I knew I was supposed to kill all the sheep. Once again, I think I just did this out of malice. Maybe. And I decided, wait a minute, the racing mouse is way faster than the sheep. So let me get him. Very interesting architecture to just have like a ramp outside the freaking, like just in that pen. I know that for a gameplay perspective it's for the mouse, but why did the makers of the space station put that there? It's kind of dumb. And there's the trophy. And here's clever editing. Anyway, there's the stupid power cell that I missed earlier. I can't stress enough that I'm sorry for me sucking in this level. I'm definitely going to be doing, like, practice runs of levels before I try them now. Trust me when I say that the engine room's going to go way better, because I already did a practice run of that and I know how it works. I know what I have to do. That'll probably be, like... I'll probably complete that in, like, half the time I completed this freaking level. But anyway, now we got everything. And now we can just go on into the teleportation, Devis, and we win the level, the game. We won the game. We did it. Let's play over. I don't know why I went as the dog. Clap. It's still not as good as the Game Boy Color clap. Speaking of the Game Boy Color version, well, first of all, we secured the battery farm. So that's cool. Next time we're going to be going to the engine room, which is a way better level. It's actually one of my favorite levels. But yeah, like I was saying, Game Boy Color version, pretty good. Now, like I said before, Game Boy Color version of Battery Farm, pretty dang good level, you know? It's not bad, and I definitely play a lot better than I do in the N64 version. Minor swear words again. And let's just get right into it. I'm just kidding. I pause here for a really long time so you can read that, even though you probably already read it in the N64 version if you were going to read those. So here we go. Now this beginning goes by really fast, so let me just say, hold up here, and you'll just immediately go through that door. This level introduces doors that you can actually like go through in order to get to different parts of the level. All the other levels were just like one giant room. This is actually composed of many different rooms. Getting the sheep immediately. Although the description text didn't pop up. That's because for some reason, in this level only so far, going into an animal for the first time doesn't give you the bio on them. I don't know why. It's just a strange omission, for being honest. Also, I just realized the last level didn't have foxes in the Game Boy Color version. This is also where I had another revelation where there's no power cells or anything in here. That's because this is my second try at this level. Power cells don't respawn if you go back into a level, apparently. Which is fine because I wasn't going to get all of them anyway, so that doesn't really bother me that much. There we raise the bridge. Thank God. And here we water the plants just by pressing up here. Which have basically the exact same purpose as in the other one, where you just use them as platforms. Although this time I actually have to use them as platforms instead of being cheeky and jumping on, like, the shed. Just go up here and activate that, which is this version of this. Well, this version's version Yeah, try saying that like 5 times fast there. That's this version's version of the, like, bridge sections, is that little elevator. So you need to get that down in order to get the dog up there. And now I'm going back for the mouse, because you actually need the mouse in order to activate the hey, like how we did in the other one. You have to attack the switch for it for some reason. So you can't use the sheep. At least as far as I had tried, you can't. So here's the dog. It just seems to, like, shoot randomly. In this one, I don't think it shot at me at all. But yeah, anyway. Instead of dropping down an elevator, this literally just drops hay. And if you hit this switch like a million times, it'll just keep, like... It, like, buffers inputs or something. So if you hit it, like, 5 times, even if you never hit it again, it'll keep dropping hay. But if you only hit it once, it'll only drop 1. So it's basically just a waiting game, although unlike the N64 version, if you just keep it going for a while, it will get hit. If you time it incorrectly on the N64 version, it can just be stuck in a loop where the dog never gets hit. As you can see, it didn't do a bio. I mean, it would be the same as the N64 version, but it's just odd that for some reason in this level there's just none of that going on. Don't run into that electric fence, by the way. If you so much as, like, touch it, instead of just taking damage and bouncing off of it, you'll just die. That's why this was a second take, because I died to that, because I was going too fast, too quick. And here's the racing fox, which also doesn't have a description. But his tail attack has that beautiful animation. And the teleport is really spooky, because you just... There's, like, no animation for it, you just, like, lunge forward. And just like in the N64 version, get the dog in here, press the switch, and turn off the electric fence, and you can complete the level. Easy peasy. Definitely went a lot smoother than the N64 version did. Just go in here and level complete. Good stuff. Good stuff. Give me that clap, Dan. Yeah, that's the way I like the clap. That sounded really bad. But never mind. I like the clap. I also like that picture of the engine room. But anyway, battery farm secured. And next time, we're finally going to go to one of my favorite levels in the game, the engine room. I love that picture of the fox. I don't know why. It's just really out of style. But yeah, see you next time.